I had this dream last night. I was walking past the front of my house, but it wasn't my house. You know how dreams are. I'm walking past it on the sidewalk, and there are these 3 possums that come up to me, baby possums, little bitty things. There are cars going by, and oh my gosh, I gotta help these possums. These cars are gonna get hit by a car. And I pick them up, and I'm trying to hold them as they're clinging to my shoulders up here, and I'm afraid they're gonna fall off because they can't hold on very well. And I look over, and I see 3 more coming towards me, baby possums. I pick up 2, and the 3rd one has a straw hat on, like hello my honey, hello my baby, hello my ragtime gal, that sort of hat, like an old entertainer. And dreams. And I'm like, come on buddy, everybody wants to look good every now and then, and he looked good in the hat. And as I'm trying to hold on to these possums and carrying them around the back of my yard, a guy's walking up to me, and he tells me he works at a radio station and they play my records, and he said, I just want you to know that, but I'm trying, at the same time, I'm trying to help these possums, and thank you, man. I want to stand there and tell him how much I appreciate that, but I got these possums that are falling off, and I'm trying to keep them out of the road and get them to safety. And he's like, no, but don't you understand? I really like your music. I really appreciate it. And I said, thank you, ma'am. I'm so sorry I got to help these possums. And I walk off, and I feel guilty, just this huge guilt as I'm trying to take care of these possums. And I woke up, and then I laid there for a second, came downstairs, and it was still dark outside. I looked out the window, and we'd had the first snowfall of the year, and it was still snowing, big flakes. It was completely dark out. It was probably before 5 a.m., but everything was beautiful and glowing. And I just sat there drinking coffee and taking it in. This is a little treat for you guys. I talked to Amy into talking a little bit with us, and this is very much against her will. There might be breakfast in it for her or something. When I came downstairs this morning, I saw the snow, and the first thing that I thought of was, since this is the first snow of the year, was the first snow that we ever experienced together. We've been together for about 2 weeks.
Something like that.
And I don't know, why don't you tell the people what you remember about it?
It was a lot of snow, and it was just so happy memories of snow from my childhood came flooding back, and it was fun to be together for that first snow.
How much snow was it?
8 or 10 inches. I don't know, it's a lot for Indianapolis. It was a lot of snow. And we woke up at the double you lived in. And
49th and Melancholy?
Yeah, 49th and Melancholy. And we, of course, had to go to the coffee shop. First, we went to Cornerstone and got Black Thunder coffee, our favorite.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was damn good coffee.
I miss that place.
If you know, you know. Big couches everywhere. Walk in, sit there. I'd spend about 3 hours a day. That tells you a lot about my life right then.
They'd let you sit in there for 3 hours. That tells you what kind of place it is.
Yeah. They let people like me sit there for 3 hours.
And we went to the Army Navy surplus store, which is right next door, and bought some big silly snow boots for you. You're Mickey Mouse something.
Mickey Mouse boots.
And we tromped back home through the snowdrifts. So I don't really remember a lot. I think we sat there for quite a while, though, drinking coffee and watching the snow. People walk by.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood was shut down.
Yeah, it was fun.
And we walked right down a major road because I had to get some Mickey Mouse boots. Those of you in the military know exactly what I'm talking about, or those of you. But I go ice fishing with my buddies, and we were supposed to go, and I was tired of my work boots not being enough, so I went and bought some Mickey Mouse boots, which are like Arctic grade, big rubber things that look like something Mickey Mouse used to wear.
So your feet will not get cold, in other words.
Yeah. It's starting to snow again.
Yay. Wendell, are you freezing? He's eating sticks. He's getting pissed.
Come on, buddy. Come on, Good boy. What other memories do you have of snow in childhood?
My favorite is my dad wasn't the most involved with the kids playing or anything like that. By the time he had me, I was the fourth out of 5 kids, but we were probably 10 and it was a beautiful snowy day. And that evening, Dad just got sparky and decided he would go to the hill with us, which, you know, you grew up in the flatland. There's not a lot of hills, but that was our hill in our tiny town. And we all went there. We built a fire, and the sweet man, Mr. Higgins, gave us tractor inner tubes, and we built a ramp at the bottom of it, and we just had so much fun. And my dad even went down a few times, and it was great. Fire, nighttime, being out at night with my dad and all my friends and my brothers. And then my dad tried to go off the ramp, and he lost his glasses.
There's no way we can talk about snow as Midwesterners and not talk about the blizzard of '78 as probably the greatest 2 weeks of my childhood.
Mine too.
If you guys have, a lot of you lived through it and you know what I'm talking about, but I remember coming outside one morning and our back door to our house was completely covered in snow, like the back side, and we had to dig out of the back door. We had a swing set in the side yard that all you could see is the top bar coming across from the swing set. And just 2 weeks of no school and a city shut down. Probably large part of the country shut down.
I was going to say my city of 376 was shut down.
How long did it take to get Russellville cleared out?
I don't really remember being stuck there for 2 weeks, but maybe we were. I don't really remember that part because I didn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
We just went sledding and playing in the snow and, you know, all that fun stuff. There was a drift up over our big propane tank by the side, by the side of our house. We never had very many good family pictures, but there's some shitty pictures of us all in our old school track, like overalls. We didn't have fancy snowsuits. We had those from the hardware store overalls, the dirty green and red quote lining, and we're all standing on top of the hill, snowy hill, the snow drift.
So I remember when they started plowing it, the snow drifts were huge, and me and the neighborhood kids just dug into them and made little fortresses inside, and they lasted all winter, like into March, which had to be incredibly unsafe.
Yeah, I would never do that.
We're making our makeshift igloos out of 8-foot snow drifts.
Did you have the little rectangle block that you could make the bricks with?
Oh, no.
Plastic.
No.
We didn't either. My dad was too cheap to buy that.
Yeah. We had hands and sticks and rocks and...
The tools of a hard-working man.
Tools of ignorance.
Oh.
I want to be sure to point out that Wendell is wearing his Jerry Reed vest. It's just like the one that Jerry Reed wore in Smokey and the Bandit. His snowman vest out in the snow. He's quite proud of it.
Thanks again, Valerie, for that present. He loves it.
That was a present from Valerie?
Our neighbor, Valerie.
All right.
It's a hand-me-down, of course.
Thank you, Valerie. Wendell appreciates it.
We